Hi and welcome back to Hero Movement. Today I'm going to go through a kettlebell mobility routine. So I recommend using a light kettlebell. I used an 8 in the video, anywhere between a 5 up to a 12, maybe a 16 if you're feeling really strong and you're experienced. But yeah, we're just keeping it nice and easy, nice and simple. Just using the weight to get us a little bit deeper into our positions and to help open things up a little bit more. Essentially, we're trying to build strength in these positions so we've got functional mobility that we can actually use and put to use in everyday life and in sports as well. So hope you enjoy. Let me know how you get on in the comment section below. Stay safe. So we're going to kick things off with some kettlebell halos. So we're going to grab the kettlebell by the horns and then perform some rotations around your head, being careful not to bash yourself on the head. So you open it up through the shoulders, keeping the core tight, and the same the other way around too. It's a really nice one for opening up the front of the shoulders, the lats, and those kind of hard to reach areas. Great prior to any press-in work. Then you're going to have the kettlebell by your side on the left side to start, keeping that left shoulder packed back and down. You're going to gently lean your right ear towards your right shoulder. So opening up the left side of the neck, the trap, and get really tight through there. And then on the last repetition, you're just going to hold it for a count of 5. Just breathe in nice and freely and release. Then setting that shoulder, we're again going to reach up and over with the right arm. And you can look towards your right arm as you do so. So you're essentially using the kettlebell to get a little bit deeper into a side bend through the side body. So opening up through the right side of the body. Again, on the last repetition, you can hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, back to center. We'll swap over to the right arm then. And again, keeping that core active, keeping the right shoulder back and down. You're going to lean your left ear towards your left shoulder. It's nice and gentle. Don't push it too hard. You want to be really careful with anything involving the neck. Again, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release when you're ready. Then we're going to perform the same side reach over towards the right side. So opening up through the left side of the body. Again, we're using the kettlebell to get a little bit deeper and to strengthen that position. It's all well and good being able to get into a position, but being strong there is a different story. Good, and again, we can hold this side, really opening up through the hip and the lat, all the side body, the obliques, and back to center. So you're going to gently clean the weight up to your shoulder and then press it up overhead. And then keeping stable through the core, you're going to go for some gentle rotations. So allowing the bell to kind of rotate the shoulder around in its socket. It's nice and gentle. Then we're going to move into a bit more of an advanced movement. Be careful with this one. So we're going to step back into a lunge with the same foot as the arm that's overhead. So open up through the left hip flexor and through the front of the left shoulder at the same time. Let's try to stay stable through the core. Hold this last one. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. So bring the kettlebell down safely, and then the same again on the right side. We're cleaning it up. And then we're allowing the kettlebell to open the shoulder up with some rotations. And the other way. And back into the lunge. This time stepping back with the right foot. Really allowing that right hip flexor to open. Trying to keep the ribs down, the core slightly active. This is quite a challenge for your balance as well. hold this last one. 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, back up to standing. So we're going to set the feet wider than shoulder widths and then hinge over for kind of a deadlift. Then bring them in to about hip width apart and then bring the feet together. So we're allowing a slight bend through the knees, but we're keeping the back straight, keeping the shoulders packed back and down. And we'll just get a little bit of a different stretch on the hamstrings and the adductors depending on the width of the feet. Yeah, one more time. So a wide stance, nice big hinge, then hips width apart, hinging over, nice stretch through the hamstrings, and then feet together. Let's go into a goblet squat position. You can use a box for this if you need to, or be up on the balls of your feet. We're going to go down into a deep squat and just start to pry the hips open using the elbows. So you shift your weight from side to side. You can use the kettlebell to help you balance as well. Chuck away a bit of holly so you don't stand on it. And then, so we're going to go into a kind of a half squat. So I've got my left leg in the squat position, and I'm using the weight of the kettlebell to lean forward and improve my ankle dorsiflexion. So keeping the arch lifted in that left foot and just oscillating in and out, and then we'll hold that end position for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the same on the other side. So going into that half squat position, find a position that's comfortable for you, and then just using the weight of that kettlebell to ease in and out of end range. So I found this is a really useful one for opening up stiff ankles. Again, hold that end position. 3, 2, 1, and release. So this next movement is a little bit more advanced, a little bit more tricky. We're going to come into a cossack squat. So you might need to be a little bit higher than that. You might have to come up onto the balls of your feet. You might need a bench or a box to squat down to. But eventually we're looking to get as low as we can and really open up the adductors, shifting your weight from side to side. So the kettlebell acts as a nice counterbalance. Try to stay as upright as possible and don't let those ankles collapse in. And now on to the final drill. So this is a bent press. So you're going to clean the kettlebell up in your left hand. And as you hinge over, you're going to press up into an overhead position. So this one's a little bit complex, a little bit tricky to get hold of to start with. So bend your knees, hinge over, and then we'll do a little straighten if possible, and then up to standing. If you need to have a wider stance, or if you need to have a platform in front of you or a box, then that's completely fine. This is a really nice one for opening up through the thoracic and improving our shoulder stability at the same time. And then we'll do the same on the right side. So we're cleaning the bell up to the shoulder, and then as we hinge, we're rotating and pressing. We then have a little bit of a straighten through the legs, come back to a bent knee, and then stand up. So tight through the core, initiating that rotation through the thoracic, extend the legs, and then back up to stand. And one last one, hinging over as we press the bell up, arm to the floor, hips up, hips back down, and then back up to standing. Good job. Head back down into that deep squat position, just to notice if we feel any difference there. Is it maybe a little bit easier? We maybe get a little bit lower. Thank you for practicing. Hope this was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then let me know how you got on in the comment section below. If you got any questions, just let me know. And yeah, stay safe. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. And have a healthy, heroic week. I'll catch you soon.